All right, guys, it's Anthony here, Super Service. Got Russell's truck, Excursion 05. Let's just do a quick run around it. I guess there's really not been nothing done to it. All right, looks like we got a little leak going from the hydro boost, which ain't bad. That's pretty common, I mean, for the miles. A little low on coolant too. This is going to be a cold start. Wrong oil filter. Let's not use those anymore. Let's put some Motorcraft filters, Motorcraft caps, reuse the cap, never throw it away. Done deal. That absolutely is. Do not use those caps. It's freaking junk. Damn it, look at that. Okay, so AC line going back to the back. That's a pain in the butt right there. They sell the lines. I think it's in a two-piece setup now. Wait, no, there's a threaded connection back there. It's been a while since I've had to replace a AC line, but the rear AC is leaking. See that? Let's see what we've got down here. See, I think it's stock EGR cooler in place. I think a dealer had put an EGR cooler on this. Is that? No, hang on. Let me get up here. Let's see. Yeah, it's almost seated all the way. The blue hose could be a little bit further towards the front of the truck, but whatever. Just kind of looking around here, just let's see. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, we need to get that oil filter cap off. The AC line leaking is a freaking drag. Looks like a fairly new, does have, well, I remember him saying it's got a fairly new EGR cooler on it, or it's been replaced, or something's been replaced on it. Look at that. Okay, right here. Let me spin it around and show you. Look at that CAC clamp touching the AC line. Oh, it was stuck to it just now. Okay, so that's absolute misalignment of stuff right there. See how that is bent out? It's cocked out. That should be closer. It was actually melted to the CAC tube. I just popped it loose. And then this, I mean, all it takes is just a little bend. Let me show you now. Now it's not touching. Let's see if it did any damage. Yep, you see that? It's digging into the AC line. So, I mean, not a big deal, but that is Excursion only AC manifold, AC line. So, I mean, granted, it's almost winter time now, so we don't really need to focus on AC too freaking much. But let's do a cold start on this thing. And hang on, I wonder why the radio's not sitting all the way in. I don't know. There you go, 05, 182,000 miles. All right, well, he just wanted a checkup on it. Blend door circuit failure. Freaking drag. Who knows what that means? Just out of range. Battery voltage on. The batteries look like they were new, but the passenger side terminal was corroded. I don't think I showed that, but I saw it. And Pat's defective antenna. Really? Hang on. Okay, let's just run down the list. EBP volts 0.85. I think it's pretty normal today. Pressure's dropping actually, because that 1393, I actually thought the last truck was a little low that I was checking out earlier today, and I guess it's not, because multiple trucks are saying 13 pounds. Let's see, 55 degrees, so it's not an actual complete cold start. Let's see, volts are alright. Now what we're going to do, we'll go ahead and just like we do always, check ICP volts, FIC them. Here we go, let's go off. Right there. Okay, it's reading now. There we go. Let's fire it up. Watch for IPR at the very bottom to go to 84. FIC and volts up top to drop. Here we go. Nope. We still don't have low pressure oil though. Right there, it just came up. So that means a lot of times that is because of that freaking oil filter. It has to fill up that oil filter housing. Almost always those things do not hold oil, and then I've seen them. Here, let's see. Not too bad. Number one's dropping a little bit. These are injectors, cylinders. I'm just gonna watch it for a minute. Number one's low, pretty freaking low. Let's kick it off and let it clear up. I hit this button right here. The computer will compensate and try to make this line smooth. I hit this button and it overrides the computer. It throws the stock amount of fuel to every cylinder. So what this says right now is that the PCM is over-fueling number one injector during a normal start to get that line right. Now there'll be a certain amount of time to where it will give up and it'll say that that injector is too bad, and that's when you get contribution balance code. When the computer can no longer overfuel enough to compensate for it being low. So one's low. 3, I don't know. I mean, 3's showing a little bit too, just a hair. I'm just watching it for a minute. We'll just give it a little bit of time. I don't run a flow bench or an injector tester because we have an injector tester right here. It's called the truck. There it goes, it just idled up. So let's kick this off. And then I don't really want it idling up while I'm diagonal, so I touch the brake, bring it back down. Right now the computer is trying to compensate for it, so it's still a little low. Even while we're trying to compensate just a little bit. It'll probably come to a point where the temperature will be enough and it'll free up, it'll free the injector up. Look at number 5 over there. So, I mean, I don't know that these are bad enough to say to go ahead and put the passenger side whole bank in, because number 3 was showing a little bit, number 5 is a little bit, number 1 is pretty freaking, I mean, a cold start, it's pretty tough. It's only a matter of time. I mean, I would almost, man, I would wait. I wouldn't tear any injectors out of this truck. I mean, but we can do, I mean, we'd just do number 1, or, but what I would say, drive it until the injectors are, till it's bad, and it runs bad for a minute or 2 on a cold start, or not even a minute or 2, even 30 seconds or so, and then replace the whole passenger side bank. The odd side is on the passenger side. All the odd injectors are on the passenger side. So it's very, very cost effective to, if you're going to go into one side, to replace that bank if the wallet allows it. I do a lot of them where we just go in and replace one injector. We do that too. We will do that. I would say number 1 is not bad enough to justify that yet. I mean, honestly, because if we want to go in preemptively, I'd replace all 4 of them. But all right, hang on. I'm gonna let this warm up and then we're gonna check the oil cooler. We'll go for a drive, but I want to needs coolant flush. Honestly, I mean, I say that I'm a broken record. Flush coolant, let's get it done. Put EC1 in it. Yeah, hang on. All right, I didn't show it, but I just got underneath it because it seems like I'm smelling exhaust. We got a little bit of exhaust manifold leaking on the driver's side, but Y pipe looks all right, everything looks all right, so I didn't show nothing. But let's go for a drive real quick. We're at 186 degrees. Okay, I didn't show it, but I kind of got on a little bit, and IPR went to 78%, which that generally is okay. I would say we don't have a high pressure oil leak up to temperature. We're getting about 22, 23 pounds of boost. So nothing overly concerning there. All right, we're running down the road here. 9 degrees, well, whatever, 11 degrees. It's been running about 9 degrees. So difference between oil and coolant. So as of right now, the oil cooler is good. Now there is a I don't know, you know, if you ask a lot of people about it, they'll say doing a chemical flush could actually take the oil cooler. I haven't seen a lot of merit to that, honestly, but anything can happen. When we go VC9 flushing it, we got to chemical flush it, clean off all the residue from the gold coolant. But if say we do lose an oil cooler, we do the chemical flush, get the coolant in it. I mean, the flush takes a long time. It's about a 3-hour gig by the time we get it all done. Get the flush done, put the red coolant in it. If for some reason you do lose an oil cooler in the future, or it takes the oil cooler, by taking it, I mean the oil will no longer be as cool as it should be. Coolant will stay right where it's at, the oil will heat up. If that does happen and we do go in and change the oil cooler, well, you'll never lose another oil cooler again, because we have to do the prep work for an oil cooler change. If you don't do the prep work to change the oil cooler, then you're just pissing in the wind to throw a new one in it. You got to do the prep work first. Get the cooling system clean. Get the right coolant in it. Let that coolant protect the system. Then if you change an oil cooler after that, you'll be absolutely golden for the entire life of the truck. Now that is as long as you do not contaminate the cooling system with anything other than EC1 coolant. So yeah, there you go. Hang on. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut it off. I'm showing 11 degrees right now, which is not too bad. Just dropped down to 9 degrees. It's been running about 9 degrees is about where the difference is, so I wouldn't call that bad. We're getting boost, a #1 injector, AC lines. Get that freaking oil filter the heck off of there. Let's quit using that freaking junk. A couple of AC lines need to be done. There's just little stuff, not a lot. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, getting off the highway here. All right guys, have a good day.